If only the panicans had waited. President Trump scoring his first trade deal since Liberation Day with the United Kingdom and teasing more countries to follow as he fights for a fairer playing field in the global market. 47 charming the bloody socks off the Brits while in the Oval and even made them laugh at his jokes about the Democrats.
With this deal, the UK joins the United States in affirming that reciprocity and fairness is an essential and vital principle of international trade.
This is a really fantastic, historic day in which we can announce this deal between our two great countries.
The Democrats are fighting it only because they want to fight. They have Trump derangement syndrome. Senator Schumer's become a Palestinian. Buttigieg, who has no clue, he drives to work on his bicycle with his, in all fairness, with his husband on the back, which is a nice, loving relationship.
My God. But a win for America is a blow to the liberals who are rooting for 47 to fail. The press wasting no time to whine about the deal.
Does it live up to the hype we just heard from the president?
The answer to that is obviously not at all. I might have thought it was a trade deal on fertilizer because there was a bit of that.
This deal between the two countries is not actually going to be majorly significant.
I mean, it sounds like this is a marginal deal and that it's not that big of a deal.
Ah, Jesse, you knew that was going to come.
Yeah.
Because they can't stand the successes.
No, and if you're rooting against this, you're rooting against the country because the next president, whether it's a Republican or Democrat, they're going to keep these deals.
Yeah.
They're going to tinker with them, but we're moving towards deglobalization and reindustrialization, and he's setting us up on a great course. They have to stop doubting this guy. He comes in, he does the Panama deal. China's not there anymore. He does the mineral deal with Ukraine. He's getting hostages back. That deal did a deal with Mexico to have troops on the southern border to stop all the migration. So he's already on a roll. And the guys that are doing this are businessmen. They've been doing this their whole lives. They're in currency markets. They're investors. They're risk takers. Lutnick, Bessent, Donald Trump, they love it. They're having a great time. So I would stop doubting them. We basically broke down the door with the UK. We have full access to their automobile markets. Our agricultural sector won, our tech sector won, our automobile sector won, and we kept some protective tariffs on our key industries, which is a good thing. And you can kind of see the contours of this new trade alliance shaping up. The Indians just did a deal with the British. We're about to do a deal with India, South Korea, Japan, Israel, Australia. It's an exciting time to be alive. And why do you not believe me when I say that? You don't think I want to talk about tariffs for the rest of my career?
No. Only Trump can make tariffs interesting. You know what I find interesting, Dana, is that, hold on, let me look for something interesting.
Yeah, I could wing it. It is.
Oh, okay.
Buttigieg.
I feel like
interesting.
that was
interesting.
funny. That was funny. He knows how to do the double entendre. He could mean anything. But no, you know what's interesting? I said this before, that he almost sets the Democrats up. So they focus on the hard work up front and not the payoff. It's like they interview the guy while he's moving the couch up the stairs and never look at him when he's sitting on the couch enjoying it. And the same thing is they looked at the hard work of the trades and never thought that they were going to pay off. And they did.
And in some ways, like in regards to China, they could end up being right. Right? Like you could see, especially for small and medium-sized businesses right now, like big businesses might be able to absorb all of this, but with all of this stuff hanging out there in the Pacific, they might be right eventually on that. But in the meantime, you do have a deal like this, which is great. So they're our closest ally. We always beat them, right? But I also think they did leave out the digital services tax, and they said they're going to deal with that separately. I think that needs to be dealt with. Yeah. In addition to that, they need to say to the Europeans, enough going after our tech companies. Just because you are so jealous you cannot innovate and come up with your own technology and social media doesn't mean you should try to attack their business models and try to basically raise money to pay for their social welfare programs on the backs of our tech companies that are providing services to them.
Digital services. I do it yearly.
Can I add one other thing? And that's that the China thing, maybe that gets worked out. But in the meantime, Congress is going forward with this tax bill. And yet again today, there's a suggestion that the Republicans would raise taxes. And I think I don't think that's a great idea. I don't think it's good for the economy. And I think it's bound for failure.
You know, Kennedy, whenever Trump does something, the Dems always say they're for it, but they hate the process. Like, they're Doge, it's like, oh, yeah, we hate waste and fraud, but this process is crazy. Oh, we hate illegal immigrant criminals in America, but we hate the process. Now they're going to say, we love trade deals, but we hate the process.
Yes, but they actually hate the trade deals as well because the process comes with Trump. And, and it's the thing that drives them absolutely crazy. And it's so myopic because it is impossible for them to see the bigger picture. You know, and it's like you hear Democrat after Democrat going on show after show, having this pointless and meaningless postmortem about why they lost the election. This is why. Because if your party can get behind ideas, then you can divorce yourselves from whoever the messenger is. Right now, it's Trump. It's going to be Trump for the next 3.5 years or the next 300 years, depending on who you believe. If you ask The View, he's never going to leave and he's going to create a constitutional crisis. If you ask him, he's going to say, yeah, I'm not going to run for a third term. I can't, so I'm probably not going to do it. It's going to be Marco or JD, blah, blah, blah. But they cannot get past that. And they have to be able to see what the country is going to be like in the next 3.5 years. And what is shocking to me, what they don't realize is Americans may be hurting right now. The markets are rebounding and they are starting to see a light at the end of the tunnel, because if the world is reorganized the way that Jesse just laid out, that is going to be a gift for the country and for successive administrations. And they better start thinking about that post-Trump world and what the trade is going to look like and how they can play it to their advantage.
Yeah.
But their myopia makes them incapable of doing that.
Smart.
They live in the country of myopia.
Will you scribble that word definition down and slide it towards me?
Joey, close out this segment with your infinite wisdom.
Oh, everything interesting I had to say, you've already covered.
Okay, we'll go.
No, well, give me a minute. Give me a minute here. No, listen, 70% of our GDP is services.
Yep.
70% of what we do here is apply conveniences to each other. That's a huge liability. If we just decided we wanted to go get our own food, to make our own food, to do the things that we pay somebody else to do because we don't feel like doing it because we're an absolutely spoiled nation, we're in big trouble. Whatever he's doing to try to bring back not just jobs, but true product, manufacturing of any kind, steel, what have you, gross or end user, that's for a reason. And if it hurts to get there, Democrats have all the right in the world to sit and bitch about it. But if in 2 years or 3 years, we're in a better place for the future, that's what I voted for.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.